If you are here, I feel like it's not a coincidence. You are meant to be here. There are messages for you. And I feel like we're going to get a lot of truth out in this particular reading. When I say truth, Ace of Swords means clear-cut truth. Ace of Swords can also be a double-edged sword, okay? But I feel like we're going to get so much truth and so much clarity. Oh my gosh, can you hear that? There's like a storm literally brewing outside. Oh my gosh, look at this. Temperance. Okay, now I actually do believe, okay, that this entire situation is to do with something that went quite stagnant. So there's a bit of a stagnant sort of energy here of you keeping to yourself because you can't really go to this person because they're not really letting you in. So this is what I believe we're going to get a lot of truth out in regards to. Now, if this is already starting to make sense to you, please comment down below, this is the truth. Like the video and do subscribe. This is energy. I am going to give you as much information as I can see for you, but please let me know how it resonates, okay? It really helps me out to know. And of course, in order to be able to receive, we must be willing to give. So definitely do give if you can, okay? Because I am seeing some serious truth and revelations coming out of this. So Temperance here shows that this person, once upon a time, okay, was feeling connected to you. Really, there's a connection here, there's understanding, but then they started to pull away. So Temperance is this classic pulling away energy of them keeping to themselves, keeping their cards to their chest. No matter how much you try to interact or communicate with them, they just pull further and further away. And you just think to yourself, hang on a second, you're not the same person. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're not the same person. Like, why are you, acting in this way? Like, this is not normal. This is not good. This is not helpful. This is not happening, because we've got here the Knight of Swords. Now, this person, okay, is someone who, on the outside, they appear to be the kind of person that has their life relatively in order. So when you were talking to this person, you were interacting with this person, you always saw them as like quite a sort of social person. They were very talkative. They liked going here, going there, doing things, and literally filling up their time and their agenda with 1,000 things. You literally thought to yourself, like, okay, after I speak to this person, they've got like 10 things lined up. Or after I talk to this person, or after I meet this person, they have about 35 things lined up. And you did think to yourself at the time as well, like, I wonder if this person is mindful. I wonder if this person is present. I wonder if this person reflects on the things that they've done before they move on to the next thing. And the truth of the matter here is that they are not the most mindful in terms of being able to reflect on something, because I feel like they are emotionally available. And with many emotionally available people, they don't have the same reflective qualities as someone with a lot of emotional availability and empathy and emotional maturity. So this person here is someone who definitely likes to fill their time up with lots of things and be very distracted and move from one thing to another very, very fast, okay, in terms of activities and things to do. And so, that's something you found very exciting about them, is that they have this, view on life to be social and to do things and to be just living life. You see this person as someone that lives life. I'm going to say something a bit controversial in a second, but let me let the cards come out, because I feel like if I say it, then you'll be like, Moonlight, the card didn't say that. I know, but what I say often reflects in the cards. I'll wait for the cards to say it, okay? So, it's how I work as a reader. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying the Seven of Swords came out. This is exactly what I was going to say, along with the Hanged Man and the Eight of Pentacles, okay? They may appear as though they are living their life. They may appear as though they are having a great time. The reality is that I would say you are living your life more. Now, you might think and say to yourself, yeah, but Moonlight, I don't go out and do like crazy amounts of things like them. I don't go out socializing like them. Yes, but you feel. You feel everything. You understand everything. You analyze things. You sit with your thoughts. You think about how things made you feel. That is feeling life. That is embracing yourself in life. It is immersing yourself in this world. Okay? Because a life without emotion is a very sad life. Okay? And this person, they don't like to feel. emotion, which is why they move on from one thing to the next, to the next. They don't feel, immense amounts of happiness. They don't feel immense amounts of sadness. And when you don't really feel anything, you're just going from one thing to the next like a robot. Okay? And so I want you to know that your perspective on this person is that they're living the most amazing life. But you know what their perspective is? They feel like you're living the most amazing life. And you know what? To a degree, you are living life. And I know that sometimes you can feel sad and frustrated that this situation has ended up like this. But I want you to know one thing. It does appear to me, okay, that this person is very sad that they have lost you. This person does reflect upon you. All right? Their life is not as great as you might think it is. They are suffering, okay? And they spend a lot of their time being around people. God, I hate to say what I'm going to say. They spend a lot of time around clowns. Now, nothing wrong with clowns. I mean, subjective, right? But they spend a lot of their time with people that are very superficial. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to walk. They don't know how to... What I mean by this is just fools, okay? People that are not... Again... humans are all very special. They are very special. But there are superficial people, and then there are very kind, caring, empathic people, okay? They spend a lot of their time with very superficial people. This person likes to hang around at the circus. I am sorry to say this. I am really sorry to say this. And it's sad because they don't belong at the circus, right? But vibrationally, their energy is not where your energy is at. So basically that happens, right? One thing I will say is that their energy is rising. They're not going to be exactly where they are right now. They're going to grow. They're going to get better. They're going to feel better. They're definitely going through an awakening, okay? And especially with the Eight of Pentacles, they are actively working on themselves because they're starting to realize that being at the circus is not their place. Being like the other people is not for them. And they are starting to miss you, okay? So this is something that you have to know literally right this second, is that yes, you know what? They treated you really badly. And they hid it, right? They hid it. They didn't tell you that they treated you badly. They didn't show you like, oh my God, I'm so sad, I treated you badly. But guess what? They feel it. And when a person to this level feels it, okay, they will always come forward. They will come forward because this person is growing. If I didn't see these two cards, I would say to you, you know what? Don't have any hope. This person's never going to return because they don't care, okay? We've just got the Seven of Swords. Like, they don't care. But because we've got some reflective qualities, and this is spiritual, okay? Hangman is ruled by Neptune. Neptune is the spiritual planet. And we've got here self-work, self-development, and self-growth. Because we've got that combination, this person is going to return, and the Six of Cups is a return. This person, okay, right now, I do believe that they are really upset at how they've treated you. They do feel bad. They do feel guilt. They do feel remorse, even though they don't show it, even though they don't express it, even though they don't understand it. Sorry, just like almost giving you my hair with my explanations as well. Here, take my hair. They still come forward. They still come forward. Okay, so Eight of Cups. There's a lot of crying. There's a lot of feeling upset, mainly at night. Okay, this is not something they do like randomly in the afternoon. This is something they really, really do. Okay, at night. Like, they will feel very, very upset at night. They will cry, but they won't show anyone. They won't tell anyone. But they will come, and they try to hide this. But there's only so much that you can hide, because it's a bit like a volcano, right? There's only so much you can contain before it erupts. This person will start to feel their feelings so much to the point where it all erupts, and they will work on themselves, and they will grow. And the pain that they've caused you has been awful, right? Awful for you. But they will realize that they don't want to stay in that low vibrational energy anymore. They want to move out of it. And in order to move out of it, they got to leave the circus. They got to leave their fellow clowns. And they've got to do what they're kind of trying to do right now in order to escape that, okay? And they will. Now, I also want to mention as well that I do offer personal readings, rituals, intention items, services. Everything is on shopmoonlightguidance.com and linked down below if you are ever interested. Everything is literally there for your convenience. please do check it out if you're interested. Everything is linked down below. I have personal readings done within 12 to 24 hours if you have questions you would like to ask. There's also intention items like candles, bracelets, necklaces, pom-poms, sage bundles, teas, and so much more. Amazing, beautiful items that you can check out. Everything again is listed down below, so do check it out if you're interested. And there's also as well the services and the rituals for love, money, marriage, career, success, beauty, justice, healing, black magic removal, protection, etc. There's love rituals for break no contact, manifest your specific person, express their feelings to you, support and consistency, protect your connection. There's also rituals for love, money, marriage, career, success, beauty, justice, healing, black magic removal, protection, etc. Yep, etc. So this person, you know what, I would go as far to say that today they are crying over you. They do feel very, very upset. They do feel very, very sad. This is the raw emotional truth of this particular situation, connection, and also today I do feel like they are crying over you. They are upset and they don't want to be where they are. They want to change. They want to get out of this place that they know just doesn't align with themselves. This person is going to go through a spiritual awakening, a lot of growth and transformation, okay? Now, also, I do want to mention I have TikTok and Instagram. I post short readings on there every day. Moonlight.guidance on Instagram and Moonlight Guidance on TikTok. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Bye.